Hey guys, this is Guitar Guy 234 here, coming at you with a little bit of Path of Exile. Now, as you can see, I've been playing this game for a little bit, and by the way, I'm recording my voice through my webcam, which seems to have actually better sound quality than my headset. So that's why I'm doing that. Okay, so I've created a whole bunch of characters, as you can tell, but only a couple of them are high level, and I've gotten a lot of experience with a couple of them. First is my Marauder and my Witch. First I'll show you guys the Witch, just to see, just to show you guys like what I've been doing in the game and whatnot. So, my main spell right now is Fireball, and I have it paired with added lightning damage, just because I had the gem, and lesser multiple projectiles, which, you know, lets it cast 3 instead of 1. I used to be paired with Fork, but Fork is cool because it, you know, Fireball is one of those spells that has like a little bit of AoE attached to it, so it was kind of nice with the Fork, but I think lesser multiple projectiles is a little bit better, because if all three fireballs hit, it's almost like it does more damage if all 3 fireballs hit the same target. Anyway, I'm a summoner, so I have every single summoner spell. I have Raise Zombie, which is paired with minion life and minion damage. Now, I saw Kriparian's video on Summoner Witch, and I gotta say that his take on it is a lot different than, you know, other people, which he uses added fire, which I have the gem, but it's on my Marauder right now. But the only downside to that is that, you know, the stat requirements. You need a lot of strength to level up the gem. You know, I feel that it's just a lot easier to you know, to deal with if you just use the regular minion life, minion damage, no gems. But anyway, it's just for ease of use, I guess. I could try, you know, other support gems, but I don't really have that many good support gems. Like, as you can see, this is my gem collection here. You know, I've also tried using as like a main nuke ability Freezing Pulse, which is by far probably the most used ability in the game if you're a caster, just because of its fast cast time and the fact that it like pierces through enemies. So like, you know, it's not you can actually use Freezing Pulse with Frostwall, which is kind of neat. Which I'm not really sure where it is right now. As you can see, my I know I have it somewhere. Anyway, but yeah, using Frostwall with Freezing Pulse is definitely an interesting thing to do, because, you know, obviously the Freezing Pulse goes through the Frostwall, so, you know, people can attack. You can attack mobs, but mobs can't attack you. So anyway, let's go. I'll show you guys like pretty much like what I do. Kriparian has an interesting thing going on, but I'm like full summoner. Okay, so full summoner coming at you. Pretty much, I have. Oh, I didn't show you guys the talent spec. Why don't I do that first before I go into battle? All right, so this is my talent tree. This is the first. As you can tell, this is the first character I've ever started. So I have a whole bunch of points that I shouldn't have even spent in. Like, I could have not put points in these intelligence ones, and could have just, you know, went up one of these ways, and you know, energy shield, life, blah 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 blah, and then around to here, and down this way. I went down here to get the additional minions, and I'm working on energy shield, and I'm not sure if I'll keep doing these energy shield nodes, but we'll see. I got this strength node because I'm thinking about going life. I was thinking about going chaos inoculation. Maximum life becomes 1, immune to chaos damage. You guys know what this is if you play Path of Exile for a little bit. But I don't know. I kind of like having the extra life. You know, since they nerfed this ability, it used to give you 50% more energy shield. Now you have to waste a couple more nodes in order to get like the full, you know, amount of just that one node that gave you before the nerf. Yeah, before the nerf it was 50% increased energy shield. Now they got rid of that, and now you have to spend more points in here. So anyway, you have this point here, which is neat. Maximum energy shield and increased energy shield cooldown recovery. Anyway, my damage is pretty good. Paired with my my minions, have a decent amount of damage. I'm thinking I'm definitely gonna go over here to get Inner Force. Thinking about going into the Templar tree, getting like elemental damage. But I'm working on like my first goal in this was to get every single summoner node and just go ape shit with the summoners, or with the summons. And the thing that I don't like about that, now that I started playing this a little bit more, is that minions die very easily to AoE. So like you'll go from 5 zombies down to 1 in a matter of, seconds. If the mob that you're versing is very powerful, that's what'll happen. So so far this is what I've allocated. I'm gonna get this life node here. Might get this chaos resistance here, since I won't be immune to chaos damage. But I'm still contemplating whether I want to get that or not, because I could use blood rage. Obviously all the things that chaos inoculation does for you. Probably gonna go down here though with all the crit chance and stuff. My crit is kind of low right now, and obviously because I'm not too high level on this character. But I'm in Act 3 normal, which is kind of, you don't have that much risk involved in this. But nonetheless, I've been experimenting with this build. Lightning Warp is kind of neat. So anyways, that's my witch. I want to show you guys my Marauder real quick, just so you guys can see my highest level character right now. And I've been learning a lot about this game from like watching streamers and videos, and it really sucks you in, this game. It's pretty cool. Alright, so this is my Marauder. I have a really nice sword here. Well, first, instead of showing you guys my gear, I'll go to my stat pool here. So I did pretty much the life thing, went down the life tree. I got this 15% armor. I'm not going to get this 10% armor though. I got the armor mastery because of the movement speed, but it's really not that much. I could have just skipped it. Flask life, a lot of people don't take this, but I find that it really helps with life recovery. Even though you could just get like a flask that does 100% increased recovery when on low life, this has saved me a lot of times. I'll run into a pack of mobs and I won't be able to like leap slam out of there because I don't have the stun prevention yet. So I'll use this and my life just goes skyrocketing way up really quickly. And that's called the Cautious Life Flask. Cautious is the prefix there. So, and this one is just a whole shit ton of life. But it removes 10% of life recovered from mana when used. But the upside beats the downside, hands down. I didn't get any of this melee stuff yet. I just find it kind of lackluster. 8% here, but then it goes down to 6%, and then 6%, and then 18%, which is kind of nice. Two-handed melee weapons. But then you do attack speed. I don't know. I mean, I might go down here, but I kind of like getting the life nodes more than the damage nodes. Obviously, Blood Drinker. I got life leech here, some life here. I was thinking about going down here, but I'm not using a mace right now, so I didn't do that. So I might get this maximum. I definitely will get this maximum endurance charge, and probably the one up in the Templar tree as well. And this right here, increased endurance charge duration, is more useful than the one down here, which gives you max life regenerated per second per endurance charge. I just find that the duration is very nice to have, especially if you run into a pack of mobs, kill them, and then all of a sudden you're without any mobs to fight for a long time. You kind of want, the endurance charges to keep up. Even though I do have Enduring Cry, okay, which gives endurance charges, you know, very easily. So I might not get this, you know. It's just an easy way to get endurance charges. Anyway, so that's my skill tree. I got Resolute Technique because as using a two-handed weapon, um, your attack speed is relatively slower than not. So if you you know use a heavy strike and it's a slow heavy strike and you miss, it's devastating. So you definitely want to be able to hit everything. I mean, the never deal critical strikes is just something that comes with this. You know, by getting this, I'm not going to get any crit nodes. Obviously, I'm not going to get cruelty or anything like that. Like obviously, duh. So I got elemental damage with weapons, and which is pretty nice. The 30% is really good. I got this 12% increased physical damage. I got, you know, all the really awesome Templar life nodes. So right now I'm not really entirely positive where to go next. I'm thinking about going up here for some more life. More life here. This is the best life node in the tree, I believe. 18% increased max life. I'm not using lightning strikes, so I probably wouldn't get static blows. But anyway, let me show you what I'm using for this Marauder. Everything's dark because I released the Val curse upon the land, and everybody hates me for it. Let's go to a high level place here. Actually, this might be a little bit dangerous here. The snakes up here really hurt with, I believe they only do chaos damage, so. Alright, so right now I have Temporal Chains and Warlord's Mark. Warlord's Mark is paired with, let's see, Warlord's Mark. It's paired with Blood Magic because pretty much Warlord's Mark gives you life. So it doesn't really hurt that much using life to cast this ability. I do plan on getting Blood Magic right down here. So at that point, I won't need these mana flasks, and I'll just need you know, regular life flasks. Anyway, and then I'll be able to like trade the blood magic gem for something more useful, maybe reduce mana or something like that. So I have cleave with added fire and life gain on hit. My DPS is 546. And I have Heavy Strike with Melee Physical and Life Leech. I used to have Heavy Strike with Melee Physical and Added Fire, and I'll just show you guys what the DPS is with those two. It's 1600, which is really nice, but I do count on my life regenerating, so I paired it with Life Leech, and I lose a little bit of DPS, but that's okay. You know, Determination for some extra armor, and I'll use that right now. And sometimes I use Hatred. Both of these are percentage-based auras, which really hurts my mana. But since this one's only 30% and it's paired with reduced mana, it brings it down to 24%, which is pretty nice. But this is my setup here right now. I've experimented with a couple of different things, and this seems to be pretty nice so far. Like, my attack speed isn't like super good, but I do hit really hard because of this weapon right here. This is a level 40 something weapon, 41 or something like that, and I bought this for 2 regret orbs, and it's pretty nice. It has a really bad stat for me though, which is accuracy rating. Like, after I bought this, I, you know, regretted it right after because I was like, oh crap, you know, I don't need accuracy. But the movement speed is really nice. I'll show you guys just for kicks what I was using before, which is a pretty nice axe over here. It's not rare, but the modifier here, increased physical damage, was amazing. It was way better than anything I had, and it skyrocketed the damage of my heavy strike and everything else that, you know, works off of physical damage. It skyrocketed everything. So I picked this ability over this weapon over any other weapon that will give me like extra elemental damage and stuff. You don't want elemental damage if you're going for something along these lines, like you know, a Marauder build. where you count a lot on physical damage and not too much on elemental damage. Most of the life leech that you get from gear, and I think all of the life leech that you get from gear. See, I don't even have life leech on any of my gear. I have life gain when you kill an enemy, which really sucks, but life leech on gear only counts towards physical damage, so it doesn't count towards elemental damage. So you want extra physical damage. Elemental damage is nice when you have elemental damage nodes. See, that's the thing. I got these elemental damage nodes, which I don't know if it's really helping me all that much right now. It does help my added fire gem. But anyway, this is just a whole bunch of junk in my inventory. You know, I'm just experimenting. I'm still learning the game. As you can tell, my stash is really, you know, badly organized. But it's organized to me. But if anyone else looks at it, they'll be like, "What the hell is going on here?" Like, I keep quality flasks so I can trade them in for glass blowers, baubles. Yeah. Anyway, you know what I go for when I gear myself is more resist, more life, and movement speed is also nice. See, I got a lot of resistance, which is kind of nice to have. Attack speed is nice, but you just want to survive. And if you have already a hard-hitting ability, then pretty much all you need is you know, life and resists are more important than anything. So, and I use temporal chains to increase survivability if I feel that I'm not getting enough survivability. So let's go over to Western Forest. I'm a little laggy in Western Forest. So anyways, that's pretty much all I wanted to show you guys is you know, some of the things I've learned in my ventures in this game. Turn off trade chat here. And, you know, I have to trade these in. But, yeah, pretty much having fun with the build. And I was using Cyclone for a little bit, and because I got a quality Cyclone from a drop. But it really didn't... It's not that great of an ability unless you pair it with a lot of support gems, and I didn't have the slots available to like make it really good, so I ended up not using it. But it is a fun ability. I mean, don't get me wrong, Cyclone, it's kind of like you know, Whirlwind from Diablo, but yeah, I'm not gonna level this up yet. But anyway, that's pretty much it. What else did I miss? Yeah, I use Leap Slam to get out of dangerous situations. Oh, let me show you some of the other stuff that I have here. So I came across this really cool two-hander which has all these gem slots. So pretty much I just use it for leveling gems that I might use. I'm not using any of these right now, but I might trade off, you know, vitality for determination if I need the extra life per second. But determination is pretty nice. So anyway, guys, that's pretty much it. And I'll see you guys next time. Thanks a lot.